The thing is that many people feel that if life has no built-in meaning, then it must be cruel or unfair, right? But that idea comes from how we think, not from how reality actually works. The truth is very simple actually, and it is very, very unsettling also sometimes. You see, the universe is not cruel to anyone, it is just indifferent, or it just doesn't bother. Even I was thinking why my life is cruel, or why is universe being different to me, and things like that. Think of it like a weather. When it rains heavily and floods the town, we might feel it is unfair. But the rain is not trying to hurt anyone. It is not intentionally telling, no, I don't like you, therefore I'm raining on you. It doesn't do something like that, right? It is not making any decision. It is just happening. In the same way, life unfolds without intention toward us personally. If someone loses a job, falls sick, or faces heartbreak, it feels deeply personal, right? Yes, it is personal. Those things felt same to me also. I'm not denying them. What I'm trying to point out is far larger. You see, from a larger perspective, these are just events, like waves on the ocean. The ocean is not targeting any single wave and saying, no, I don't like you, I like only the wave which is very high, and things like that, right? But our mind is a very good storyteller. It likes to narrate stuff. We try to turn everything into a narrative. This happened for a reason, or this is part of my journey. Are you getting it? Even I said this initially, even I felt the same way. But the universe itself is not writing that story. It is we who are writing that story, right? What is the agenda of the universe to do with someone like us? If I take my own story, why or what universe wrote the story like, no, he will face all these things and then he will do all these things? Why is universe doing that? It is so narrow-minded stuff if universe decides that. Are you getting it? Why I'm saying is that, you see, this universe is so vast, right? There are so many galaxies and so many stars and things like that. What agenda does it have with me? I'm not getting that point. Or what did I do to the universe? Are you trying to understand what I'm trying to point out? So these are all not universe writing it. We write these stories onto it, and so that we can make sense of it. Are you getting it? And all these worlds, or all these thoughts and emotions and the ideas that we have about ourselves are happening on reality. They are happening on self, the deeper self that I'm talking about. Reality is self-aware of itself, and it does not come and say, come and know me, or it does not say that you are suffering because of this and this, or you are enjoying because of this and this. Are you getting it? It is the character or the mind which puts all those stories. The reality does not say any story like that. You see, most of the time we are trapped in a loop because of our mind. And you see, we are naturally wired to look for patterns. This helped our ancestors also to survive. If they saw movements in the bush, they assumed it could be danger. And that habit of asking why kept them alive actually. But that same mechanism now operates in areas where there may be no clear answer actually. Imagine watching a cloud in the sky. There are a lot of clouds, right? You might start seeing shapes, like animals, faces, objects. But those shapes are not really there. Your mind is creating them. Are you getting it? If you see exactly as it is just cloud or it's just nature. But our mind projects something like, okay, this is shape and this is what it looks like. So we are creating a story. The cloud did not decide that I'm going to appear to you as a dog. Are you getting it? In the same way, we look at life events and try to connect them into a meaningful pattern. There is nothing wrong. I'm not saying because of this you are suffering or because of this you are stupid. All that I'm trying to do is to bring a deeper understanding. Are you getting it? When something painful happens, we ask, why did this happen to me? Right? Even I asked, when life went against my will, I used to sit and cry, and a lot of time I used to wonder, why is this happening only to me, and things like that. So we create an answer to feel better. Later, we create an answer like this happened because of this, and later we may doubt that answer, and then the cycle starts again. It becomes like a loop. We feel uncertain, we create a meaning, then we ask questions on that meaning, then we feel uncertain again. Are you getting it? So it keeps going like a loop, and we never come to an end, because the mind does not like to end. It constantly wants to hold on to another thought, another emotion, another story, another meaning, another people, another attachment, another god, another guru, another technique, another method. It can never be satisfied. It is like building a sandcastle near the ocean. You build it carefully, it looks meaningful for the moment, and then when the wave washes it away, so you build again. That's what the mind does. The moment it finds a meaning, it wants to jump to other one. If it does not find a meaning, it again wants to jump to another one. All this jumping is done by the mind, not by you. That is what I'm trying to point out. There is one reality which is below all these things, which is beyond the thoughts, emotions, and body and mind, and that reality does not do anything. That is the self. Self does not say things, or self does not create any meaning. It is the mind which creates the meaning, and you are the reality on which all these things are happening. Are you understanding? You see, we often hear that suffering makes us stronger, or that everything happens for a reason, right? These ideas can feel very comforting, especially during difficult times. But sometimes these are not truths we discover, they are stories we create afterward. Let me explain. Think about a student who fails an exam. At first, it feels like a disaster. Later, they might say that failure taught me discipline and it was necessary for my growth. That may be helpful, but it also has a story created, or the story was created after the event, right? Or consider someone who goes through heartbreak. Over time, they might say this relationship had to end so I could become who I am today. Even I said this she had to leave me so that I could walk this path, and things like that. Again, what I'm trying to point out is not the event. What I'm trying to point out is far deeper. You see, again, this gives an emotional relief, right? But it does not mean that event itself had a built-in purpose. Are you getting it? It is like watching a random collection of clips and then editing them into a movie with a storyline. The meaning is added later, not present from the beginning. So every perspective that we have is only perspective, but somehow we believe that our perspective is the reality. You see, if you have a perspective onto the reality, it becomes a perspective of the reality and not the reality, or some version of the reality. Are you getting it? So all these things are mind which is trying to do. The self, which is the substratum of all these things, does not involve in anything that this mind is doing. Like a movie screen, it does not involve with what movie is being projected. The movie can be romantic or a disaster or an action movie like a James Bond movie. The screen does not involve in any of these things. Similarly, the reality, which is the substratum of all these things, does not involve in the mind, does not involve with our emotions and thoughts and all these things. All the things are done by the mind or the character, and you are that reality, which is the substratum of all these things. Are you understanding? See, this must be contemplated. Only then you will get it. You see, let us say someone decides, my purpose in life is my career, or my meaning is my relationship, or my meaning is helping others, and things like that. At first, this is a very beautiful thought. It gives direction, right? But slowly, something else also can happen. The greatest burden is now they must protect that meaning. Are you getting it? If their career fails, their sense of purpose also collapses. If the relationship ends, their identity is shaken. If they stop helping others, they might feel guilty or lost. So what started as a freedom becomes a kind of pressure. Are you understanding? It is like choosing to carry a bag because it has some valuable things inside. At first it feels very important. Yeah, I'm carrying the most important thing in this world so that I can help people, right? And all those intentions. But over time, the bag becomes heavy. And now you cannot put it down because you believe you need it. Or you told the society that way. Are you getting it? So what I'm trying to point out is that meaning, once fixed, can limit your flexibility. It can make change feel dangerous. That is what the ego does, Ego already has a belief system, already has an assumption system, already has an analytical way. If anything deviates from it, it immediately says, no, this cannot be. I don't like it. That's how the mind works. Many people have a difficult time transforming into good people or transforming into whatever they want, simply because the mind does not like to change. Because change means destruction of what it believed. Are you getting it? It's like a stubborn kid who does not want to leave the sandcastle when the parents call him or her. They want to hold on to it, but they're not understanding it's just a sand thing. Similarly, the mind does not understand all these things, so it holds on. But if you remove that, what it holds on, it immediately fights back. But what can you do? For reality to happen, mind has to be destroyed, or at least the mind's creation has to be destroyed. Are you getting it? See, that is the beauty and also the unbeauty of this path, is that mind cannot have its own assumption and think this is how reality should be. Reality is what it is. The only thing is, mind can live in its own dream or wake up from the dream. Are you getting it? So many times we usually think meaning is something out there waiting to be found, like treasure inside hidden in the world. But meaning is not a thing at all, actually. Let me explain. You see, this is a very beautiful concept. Think of a money. If you look at it as it is, it's just a piece of paper, has a value only because we all agree it does. Right? The whole world agrees on money. Without that agreement, it is just paper. Or think of a color. Red object appears red because of how our eyes and brain interpret light. Right? The redness is not sitting inside the object itself. In the same way, meaning is not existing independently in the universe. It arises only when we interpret our experiences. Are you getting it? It's a very beautiful thing, actually. So when we ask what is the meaning of life, we might be asking the wrong question, actually. Like asking what is the taste of music. It mixes categories in a way that cannot be answered. Are you understanding? And all these things are for mind. The detail is also for the mind, but the self, which is the substratum, does not involve in all these things. That is what I am trying to point out. You are that reality, actually. You means not the character. Again, there is one deeper sense of being. That is the reality. Are you getting it? So what I am trying to point out is that if the universe is indifferent, if the meaning is something we create, and if the search itself can become a loop, then what does that leave with us? It leaves us with something very, very simple and far deeper and very profound. What it leaves us with is the reality. That is the self. Instead of constantly searching for grand final meaning, we should actually contemplate on what all these things are happening, and what or from which all these things are coming from. See, experiences happen, actions happen, curiosity happens, thoughts happen, emotions happen. All these things happen. But on what all these things are happening? Are you getting it? You see, the mind does not like to go deeper into lot of things, because if it goes deeper, it has to destroy what it has built. Therefore, it goes only to the superficial stuffs and then feels satisfied. And the satisfaction is a very big enemy, actually, because it does not allow you to go further. If you are satisfied, you are done. Right? The mind likes to be satisfied with all that it has. It does not want to go further. It does not want to question. But if you go really deeper, all that is unwanted will destroy, and finally you will be left only with the reality. Are you getting it? You see, the tree does not grow up asking the other trees, hey, what is the meaning of life? The flower does not follow a spiritual path to become enlightened and things like that. It is we who create a path. It is we who want to be enlightened and things like that. I am not saying there is nothing called as enlightenment or realization. All that I am trying to point out is that there is nothing called as enlightenment and realization the way mind has imagined. Are you getting it? How much ever I may say, it can be understood only when you contemplate and turn your mind within, not by hearing to me or anything. Are you getting it? Ultimately, I will conclude my speech by saying that I am not the one who is speaking. Speaking is done by this character, and therefore it is important to follow the message, not the messenger. You will understand the reality only when you turn your mind inwards, not by following anyone or anything. Thank you.